Personal, if you don't mind.
Yes, exactly.
Sir, what is your caste?
I think my caste is already mentioned with our channel as well.
Okay. I also belong to same caste. You know the restriction of our families and especially
Exactly.
same caste.
Exactly. As exactly, Fatma, I am going to discuss same issue. And I think that in today's lecture, after today's lecture, your all idea will be clear and you will be quite satisfied after listening to this lecture. Just stick to the topic and just listen to me. And if you have any question, you can ask at the end. I know there are some problems because we have male dominant society, and over here, male they are deciding. There is a grandfather, and then son, and the son and the daughters they follow him, and after that the same female she goes to the husband. Over there is the male dominating society, like that there is the male head and who is operating all the family, and then he dominates. What happens, she goes further and further, so the daughters and sisters, and like that they are moving, and she is being captivated. So according to Western society, she is being captivated. But we as a Muslim, we do not bother it. Since we have our own Islamic values, ideologies, Islamic principle values, we say that female should be protected through brothers, to fathers, to husbands. So we take it as a shelter and protection. But they say that female is more than what you see, just like body. So since we are not mere body, that I am just body, I'm just like a statue, you take me from here to there, and then you take me and you are going to fix me there, then you take here and do you fix me there. So they say that female is a self. Self mean you are with your heart, body, mind, and soul. Heart, you have your emotion, feelings. You have your mind. You can think rational way. You have your rational thoughts as well. Then you can feel, you have heart, you feel as well, you have emotions. Then you have your soul, your spirit, your energy. You sometime want to transcend from this world, you want to transport, you want to enjoy life. So you are with the spirit, you are with your heart, with your body. So all these things are with you. You are not mere alone. And I think that when you see with this angle, then you may think that sometime we are just captivated. We're not going to do something productive which we can do. So female can do many things like men can do. If we talk about the brain capacity is almost same. 100 billion, 100 billion neurons are in females and the male brain. So when mind capacity is same, and whatever you have in your brain, it ultimately impacts your body. So why don't you take advantage from this brain? So this is the approach of some feminists we see one by one. Let's see. So here are some waves of feminism. So people and the females, they have discussed feminism with respect to different ages, different eras. So it is divided in fourth waves. So female, they try to discuss their issues, they try to discuss their problems, they try to discuss their hardship, whatever they are facing in home, in domestic home. So they have discussed in different waves: first wave, second waves, third wave, and fourth wave. We are going to discuss one by one. First of all, in first wave of feminist theory, I have already told you, theories are set of principle, set of rule, set of rule norms. According to these theories, we write literary criticism. So these theories are very important because these are co- these theories are constructed through society. You observe society, and after observing society, you see some flaws, some demerits, some problems, and you make theories. Like we have a Marxist theory, we have socialist theory, we have a structuralist theory, we have post-structuralist theory, we have modernist theory, we have postmodernist theory, we have feminist theory, we have queer theory. So these are different theories. So these theories are set of principle rule methods. So in these theories, they say that we need to rethink over the normal issue. We take a normal, we need to revisit all these normal issues. What you call normal, it is not normal for certain people. For example, there is a patriarch patriarch patriarchal society, or patriarchy, a patriarchal society. There is a male dominating society. You say it's normal. But we being a female, since we suffer alone in home, all the jobs are for males, and all the domestic and confined work are for the females. I will do public jobs, you will do private jobs. You will remain in home, you will just look after children, you will give birth to children, you will wash clothes, and I will do outside jobs. Jobs are for the males, and domestic jobs are for females. You have to look after the children. You have your brain capacity, you have your potential, you have your energy, you have yourself, you have a heart, body, mind, and soul. Regardless of all, I am going to do work outside. Since you are a female, you have to work in home. But feminists say, let's revisit what we call normal. It's not normal for certain people. We say that male dominating society, where one male, it dominates all the females and other members, and it controls whatever he wishes, female have to do accordingly. It is also in our Islam, it's good whenever you are going to get married, especially if you are a father, you have responsibility, you are going to made your children married. So what you are going to do, you must ask from your children, because he or she has to spend life. So you must ask. He or she is not animal, is a you know living living soul. You must ask. She is with self, she is having heart, body, mind, and soul. You should ask her whether you are going to get married with this person or that person. Is it okay with you? Because you have to spend life, not you have to spend. I am just grandfather. If I am a grandfather, I'm going to arrange a relation for my uh, you know daughter or something like that. I just directly go to the people, I just make my arrangement, and I am going to get her married. What will happen? I'm not going to spend life. She has to spend life, and she will suffer. So you must check mutual harmony. You must check interactions. You must see the mental levels as well. If the person is a farmer, and over there you got a female, she is a MPhil, she is a PhD, she is MA English, she is MA. So how you are going to match these two relations? Can you match? If there is a MA English and second person is a metric, how can you relate two minds? There will be cognitive dissonance. There will be cognitive dissonance because they can't match with each other. This is what some feminists, they raise this question. To some extent their questions are quite right, but whenever they are going into extreme levels, sometimes they are going to impose some Western agenda on our society, which is not applicable over here, because we are with our own values, we are with Islamic ideology, Islamic principle. And Islam is also give rights. It gives right to the female wants to get married. And our Islam say that you should, it says to father that you should ask from your female. You are allowed to ask according to Islam, that they should see each other, they should talk to each other, whether they are having some mutual harmony or not. So like this, there are there are some levels of feminists. Some are extreme, some are moderate feminists, some are moderate, some are extreme feminists. We'll discuss about them. So there are some waves of feminism. So first wave of feminism, it occurred around about 1830 and ended around about 1900. So you can it started off a late 19th century, and ends in early 20th century. Please write it down. 1830 to 1900, first waves of feminism started. So what was the agenda of these feminist women's, and what kind of agenda, with the what agenda, what purpose they came up, and what they want to bring change in society. Mostly they belong to USA, Canada, Russia, Australia, so like these developed countries, and some from England. So what were their main causes? Since there were some middle class women, especially in Victorian society, if you have studied literature about Victorian age, over there, in Victorian age, females were considered and taken with the conventions. So she is a female, she should be doing work in home. So here is a male, he will be doing work outside. So you just look after the children, you will wash clothes, you will wash crockery, and the male is going to do work and bring livelihood. So like that. But in later modern age and postmodern age and so on and so forth, they started working on feminism. They say that the male and female are quite equal. Their brain level is equal. Both can do job in office job. They can be a engineer. They can be computer scientists. They can be scientists. They can be philosopher, psychologist, and hypnotist. They can do work. Then they started working. So first wave of feminism, it started off around about 1830 and ended in 1900. And what was their agenda? Please write it down. People considered females intellectually weak. So that was a problem, because they were not giving rights to the female. Since they are not intellectual enough, they should not given rights to work with males, because they are inferior to male. So that was a time, round about 1830 to 1900, that was a time. What was happening over there? Mostly female were considered inferior to male. They are intellectually inferior. But now you can say many female, they are working as a commissioner, as assistant commissioner, they are working as ambassador, they are working as engineer, scientist, psychologist, philosophers, anthropologist, so various field. So their brain is quite like male. There are four sisters. I studied about them last time. I studied, I think, on news. So what happened? They were four sisters, and four they qualified CSS, Central Superior Services exam. These four sisters they qualified. And the same sister, I was listening to her lecture, and what she said, that when fourth daughter she was born, people came to him for they were depressed. Their relative, they were depressed. Look, they come to her father. They started saying that we are over here to say some words, some consolations. We are going to console you because you have got four daughters. So no, look at four daughters. So four daughters, they have done marvelous work. Four have passed CSS exam. So it means that male and female, they are same. If you train mind, if you train brain, both can do something marvelous. So see, females were considered they are intellectually inferior. Since they are not equal to males, so they are not allowed to do job like public jobs, army job, police job, psychologist job, doctor job, another practical field job. What they need to do, just look after the children and wash clothes and just live in a private life. So she has to just look after the children and nothing else, just wash clothes. So they are logically weak, morally weak, emotionally weak, and they are irrational. Not rational like rational mean they are not sensible like male. They can't think logically. They don't have rhetorics. They don't have intuition. They don't have logic. So females are inferior. That was considered in first wave of feminism. And the female, they came up with this agenda. We are going to remove this. And what was their task? And female, they were mostly doing home jobs and wife as a wife, and they are not allowed to cast vote. So when you are not considered as a living human being, you are not able to cast your vote. You are not able to give your opinion. For example, there is a one person, you have to select this person. You are not allowed to select this person. You are not able to cast your vote. So you don't have your rights. Who is going to raise voice for you when you don't have your rights? No, look, if there is a 50% male and female, we consider that population is around about, I think there are more female than males. Gender is not going to decide. Gender is created by us. Whether a male is like a female or female is like a male, it is what our society construct. It is a society construct. It is culturally and society construct. We construct whether this is like male or female. There are some male, they are looking like female, they are behaving like female, but we still call them they are male. So they say it is a totally social and cultural construct that she's a male or she's a female. It is a totally social and cultural construct. Biologically, we can say it is she is, you know, male or female. We can say, because it's a kind of biological difference. Male is different from female. But gender construct is given by society, by culture, by people, by religion, by institutions, by society, by parents. They infuse in the mind of the female that you are female, you have to wash clothes, you have to look after children, you have to look after parents, you have to do this work, you have to do that work. So she's infused in her mind. It is a culturally and morally, socially, it is imposed and infused in her mind. You have to do this work. For example, she wants to be a painter, and parent will say that you can't be a painter because you are a female. I want to work in army. You are a female, you are not going to work in army. I want to do work as a policewoman. You are a female, you will live home. So there are some socially constructed things. Since our religion, since our, our biological structure, it also permits her to do certain jobs, but culture and some society, it doesn't allow us. So for that female, they started working. They started raising voices. They started raising voice. We are morally, intellectually, emotionally, and physically, we can do jobs. We are not inferior to male. Our brain is the same like male. We have a capacity. We have a heart, body, mind, and soul, and we are complete self. We can do work for ourselves. Allow us to do these jobs. They started raising questioning. They started making questions. They started raising questions. Even male dominating society, they started raising questions. They started asking questions. And people started accepting and endorsing their points. So they raised question at international level. And that is why feminists, they are very prominent. They are doing job. And now they are doing job through social media. That females should be given rights. They should be allowed to do job. They should be having independence, so that they should work for themselves. They should select their career. They should do work for themselves. They are with complete self. They are with heart, body, mind, and soul. Why she is captured? So still people are working. But our culture, our caste system, our society, our surrounding, our people, they disallow them. I accept, because these norms, social, all norms are with us. We have to live with it. And especially in our society, I think after 2 centuries, they will be like that. You should forget that you will be getting, you female, like our country female, they will be getting liberty even after 2 centuries. So
I hope so.
second waves feminism. We so far we discussed about first waves of feminism. I have discussed about they are morally, emotionally, and intellectually they are inferior to males, because male considered so that time. So female, they started raising question that we are not morally and emotionally and intellectually inferior to male. We should be given right to cast vote. So they achieved target. Then female were allowed to cast their vote. In certain countries, they started working and they achieved their task. In second waves of feminism that started especially in USA. And from USA, it spreaded in Europe and Canada and Australia and Asia and rest of the countries. It is known as second waves of feminism. I will discuss about its agenda as well. And then I will be discussing about radical feminism, liberal feminisms, and socialist and Marxist feminism. I will be discussing later. So this movement started around about 1960 and ended in 1990. So in this wave of feminism, what was their main agenda? Please write it down. They say that female are given chance to cast their vote, but still male is dominating. Still patriarchy is over here. Patriarchy is over here. We are not free enough. One person dominates, control us. If we get freedom from father, then the same kind of problem is over here. Male is also, husband is also controlling us like that. We don't have our will. We don't have our emotions. We have our feelings. We have our own thinkings. We have our cognitions. We want to think and act according to our mind, but we have got freedom from father. And the same kind of problem is over here. Still male is dominating. Still male dominates. Still male is, using us sexually. And there is a domestic rape is over here. There is abuse over here. So still male takes us and he takes in his homes and he's also using us. So they started criticizing that female should be given chance to divorce because it was a right of the male to divorce, not female. So no, people, even female, she can divorce. Now people started working. In second waves of feminism, they started that we are given chance to vote, but it's also not practical. We are given chance to vote, and whatever our parents, our husband and our brothers and society, they want, we are voting for. We are not, it's just a superficial kind of voting. But further they say that we get freedom from one capture, we are getting freedom from one sector and we are going to the other male sector. We should be given chance to divorce ourselves, and domestic rape should be banned, and kind of other kind of things like women should be given right to produce children according to their will. If she does not want to be pregnant, she's given a chance to have the right of abortion. She should be chance to have abortion right. She should be given chance, if she is not interested to get pregnant, she should not. So she will be given chance. Abortion should be considered illegal. So they started working. These feminist people, you can see slogans. They have right, my body, my right. So since it's my body, it should be my right. I should be having right to go with this person, to go with that person, to move here or there. I say that it's unnatural. How? You can ask, sir, how you say that it's unnatural? Since my body, I should go with this person, with that place, here, there. How you can't go? If you talk about the nature, if you see flower, with flower, there are some thorns. अगर आप फूल को देखें ना, तो उसके साथ कांटे होते हैं. नेचर ने उस फूल की प्रोटेक्शन के लिए उसके साथ कांटे क्यों लगा दिए? पूछे मुझसे, क्यों लगाए? अल्लाह ताला ने, गॉड ऑलमाइटी ने इसलिए लगाए हैं कि वो इस फ्लावर की हिफाजत करें. और ये जो आपको रिश्ते नजर आते हैं ना, ब्रदर, फादर, हस्बैंड और जो सराउंडिंग में, भाई ये आपकी हिफाजत करते हैं. क्योंकि हम लोग मगरब के एजेंडा के ऊपर जब चलते रहते हैं, तो बहुत सारी चीजों को चूंकि फंडेड उधर से होती हैं, तो फिर वो ही स्लोगन उनको उठाने पड़ते हैं. अगर वो ट्रू आइडिया एक एजेंडा के साथ, पाकिस्तान में फेमिनिस्ट कभी कामयाब नहीं होंगे, दे विल नॉट गेट सक्सेस हियर इन पाकिस्तान। लेकिन क्योंकि उनका जो एजेंडा ही और है, मतलब वो गे राइट चाहते हैं, वो लेस्बियन होना चाहते हैं, वो सेक्सुअल होना चाहते हैं, वो दुपट्टे उतारना चाहते हैं, वो कल्चरली, क्योंकि हमेशा जो ट्रुथ होता है, जो रियलिटी होती है, वो सोशली कंस्ट्रक्टेड होती है, कल्चरली कंस्ट्रक्टेड होती है। यहां पे कल्चर ही नहीं है, आपका कल्चर ही मैच नहीं करता, डेसोनेंस आ जाता है, कॉग्निटिव डेसोनेंस, कि आपका कल्चर और है और आपने स्लोगन और उठाए हुए हैं। यहां पे फेमिनिस्ट कामयाब इसलिए नहीं हो रही, और हो सकता है कि 2 सेंचुरी तक ये कामयाब ना हो सकें, हो सकता हो भी जाएं, क्योंकि रेवोल्यूशन आने में कोई देर नहीं लगती। जब लिटरेचर ऐसे बिखर जाता है तो कोई पढ़ के कुछ भी बन सकता है। लेकिन जब तक आप कल्चरली किसी को विन नहीं करते, एडवर्ड सईद ने कहा था कि कल्चर इंसान की जमीन होती है जिसके ऊपर वो खड़ा होता है, अगर कल्चर खींच लें उससे तो उससे जमीन खींच ली आपने। एडवर्ड सईद ने बड़ी जबरदस्त बात की कि कल्चर एंड एम्पिरियलिज्म कि बेसिकली डिसाइड कौन करता है। जब भी एम्पिरियलिस्ट आपके ऊपर हमला करते हैं बाहर से, तो वो आपके ऊपर डायरेक्ट अटैक नहीं करते, वो आपसे आपका कल्चर छीन लेते हैं। टेवलाइट इन दिल्ली के अंदर उसने बताया कि किस तरह से मुसलमानों का उससे कल्चर छीन गया, कि मेल जो है, जो बेटा है उसकी अलहदा से गर्लफ्रेंड है, फादर जो है उसकी अलहदा से गर्लफ्रेंड है, और उनको फिर फील भी नहीं हो रहा, वो ऊपर से मॉरल जो अपनी वो लेक्चर भी, सरमन भी दे रहा है। मतलब उनको उनके सबकॉन्शियस में चीजें उतरी हैं कि उस भी खुद भी इलेजिटिमेट रिलेशन में है और बेटा भी, और घर में वाइफ। कि इस तरह होता है कि कल्चर जो है वो इतना हैवी हो जाता है कि हमें नजर ही नहीं आता कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं। कल्चर इंसान की जमीन होती है जिसके ऊपर वो खड़ा होता है। तो सेकंड वेव के अंदर उन्होंने कहा कि हमें वोट के राइट तो मिल गए, लेकिन अब हस्बैंड से छुटकारा हासिल करना हो, मतलब हम बहुत सारी चीजें हमारी विश नहीं होती, तो फिर हमारी भी मानी जाए, हमें राइट मिले कि हम भी इसको डिवोर्स दे सकें, हमें कोई फिजिकल अब्यूज ना करे, हमें कोई हरास ना करे, इस तरह की बातें जो हैं सेकंड वेव में। और ये मोस्टली क्या था, मिडिल क्लास की औरतें जो थी, मिडिल क्लास की, स्पेशली जो यूरोपियन औरतें थी, ये उनके लिए था। लेकिन बाद में जो थर्ड वेव ऑफ फेमिनिज्म आएगी, ये स्टार्ट हुई है 1990 में और ये एंड होती है राउंड अबाउट 2000। थर्ड वेव ऑफ फेमिनिज्म में उन्होंने ये एजेंडा उठाया कि वी शुड वर्क टू प्रमोट दिस फेमिनिज्म, नॉट थ्रू बुकलेट एंड फॉर्म्स। सोशल मीडिया आ चुका था, उन्होंने कहा सोशल मीडिया पे वर्क करें, मोबाइल के ऊपर, व्हाट्सएप के ऊपर, इस तरह की चीजों के ऊपर दे स्टार्टेड वर्किंग, और इसको ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रमोट किया जाए। एक फेमिनिस्ट है, उसने बात बहुत की, बहुत अच्छी की, साइमन डिबो, इस तरह उसका नाम है। वो कहती है कि मैं ये नहीं कहती कि मेल के ऊपर सुपीरियरिटी मिल जाए फीमेल को, उसने बात अच्छी की वैसे। वो कहती मैं ये नहीं चाहती कि फीमेल को मेल के ऊपर सुपीरियरिटी मिल जाए, मैं ये चाहती हूं कि फीमेल को अपने ऊपर ही राइट मिल जाए कि मेरे क्या क्या राइट्स हैं। ये मैं बात नहीं कर रहा, मैं कोई फेमिनिस्ट नहीं हूं, मैं जस्ट बात कर रहा हूं कि फीमेल को पता होना चाहिए कि भाई उसके राइट्स क्या क्या है। उसको इतनी तो एजुकेशन दे दो बेचारी को कि वो अगर ससुराल में जाए तो वहां पे बच्चों को कैसे ट्रीट करना है, हस्बैंड के साथ कैसे डालो, कहीं वो अब्यूसिव रिलेशन में तो नहीं है वहां पे, कहीं वो अब्यूज तो नहीं कर रहा, उसको कोई मिसयूज तो नहीं कर रहा। उसे अपने राइट का पता हो कि वो खुद एक कंप्लीट सेल्फ है, उसका हार्ट, बॉडी, माइंड एंड सोल, उसकी अपनी फीलिंग, पैशन, अकल, रैशनल पावर, और गॉड ने उसे क्या क्या दिया हुआ है। तो शी मस्ट हैव नॉलेज टू यूटिलाइज हर कैपेसिटी, हर एनर्जी, हर पावर, हर राइट्स। इतना तो उसे एजुकेट कर दो। तो ये चीजें, फोर्थ वेव ऑफ फेमिनिज्म जो है वो स्टार्ट होता है, लिख लें, 2012 से प्रेजेंट तक है। 2012 से प्रेजेंट तक का जो फोर्थ वेव ऑफ फेमिनिज्म, और ये सारा जो है ये बेस्ड है किसके ऊपर, सोशल मीडिया के ऊपर, यूट्यूब के ऊपर, व्हाट्सएप के ऊपर, इसके ऊपर ज्यादा से ज्यादा वर्क किया जाए। उनका एजेंडा ये है कि इसके थ्रू अपने आइडियाज को प्रमोट करें, इस दौर के जो फेमिनिस्ट हैं वो लोगों को साइंटिफिकली टच कर रहे हैं। उनके एजेंडा दो हमसे बहुत डिफरेंट हैं हमारे कल्चर से। मतलब वो गे राइट चाहते हैं, मेल की मेल के साथ शादी कर दी जाए, फीमेल की फीमेल के साथ शादी कर दी जाए, जो फ्रीडम लिबर्टी चाहते हैं, फ्रीडम चाहते हैं। अच्छा, यहाँ पे 90 राउंड अबाउट 1960 की बात है। हमने ये चीज़ें डिस्कस कर ली हैं, मैं आगे जाता हूँ थोड़ा सा। ये सारी चीज़ें मैंने फर्स्ट वेव फेमिनिज्म आपके साथ डिस्कस किया, सेकंड वेव ऑफ फेमिनिज्म डिस्कस किया, थर्ड वेव फेमिनिज्म डिस्कस किया, फिर हमने डिस्कस किया ये रेडिकल फेमिनिज्म को डिस्कस करेंगे, लिबरल फेमिनिज्म को डिस्कस करेंगे, सोशलिस्ट फेमिनिज्म को डिस्कस करते हैं। जी, व्हाट इज रेडिकल फेमिनिज्म एंड व्हाट इज लिबरल फेमिनिज्म एंड व्हाट इज सोशलिस्ट एंड मार्क्सिस्ट फेमिनिज्म? इससे पहले जितनी भी फेमिनिस्ट थीरीज थी, ये फोर्थ वेव ये हमने डिस्कस कर लिया। अच्छा, इससे पहले जितनी भी फेमिनिस्ट थीरी थी वो सारी थीरीज किसके, या तो वो सोशलिस्ट थीरी के ऊपर से आती थी, या वो किससे आती थी, मार्क्सिस्ट थीरी से आती, या लिबरल थीरीज से आती थी। यानी ये थीरीज जो थी फेमिनिज्म को डिफाइन कर रही थी। और जब भी कोई चीज किसी चीज को कोई और डिफाइन करता है तो वो अपने पर्सपेक्टिव, अपने नैरेटिव से करता है। एक फीमेल का नैरेटिव है, एक मेल का नैरेटिव है। मेल चाहता है चूंकि मैं कमाता हूं और मैं तुम्हें ला के चीज देता हूं, तुम्हें चाहिए कि मेरी खिदमत करना, बच्चों की खिदमत करना, घर में बर्तन साफ करना, कपड़े धोना, सारे काम करना। मेल तुम्हारा काम है कि तुम घर में काम करो प्राइवेट स्फीयर पे, और मैं पब्लिक स्फीयर पे काम करूंगा। तो इधर से फीमेल का नैरेटिव है, मैं सारा दिन खप जाती हूँ, ये मेरे काम है, ये मेरी ड्यूटीज हैं, मेरी ड्यूटीज ज्यादा हैं। मेल कहता है मेरी ड्यूटी ज्यादा है। ये दो नैरेटिव्स हैं। और जब मेल किसी चीज को डिफाइन करेगा तो वो अपने पर्सपेक्टिव से डिफाइन करेगा। तो यहां पे राउंड अबाउट 1960 के बाद कुछ फीमेल उठी, उन्होंने कहा पागल बनी हुई हो, इनके जरिए डिफाइन कर रहे हो, इन रूल प्रिंसिपल नॉर्म्स के लिए अपनी बात को उठा रहे हो। मार्क्सिस्ट एक मेल था, कमॉन, सोशलिस्ट मेल थे, लिबरल मेल थे। वो मेल कैसे फीमेल की बात कर सकते हैं? वो तो अपने पर्सपेक्टिव, अपने नैरेटिव की बात करेंगे। चलो हम अपनी थ्योरी बनाते हैं। उन्होंने फिर वर्क किया रेडिकल फेमिनिज्म के ऊपर। लिख लें, रेडिकल फेमिनिज्म के ऊपर। सो वन इज नॉट बोर्न वुमन, रादर बिकम्स अ वुमन। साइमन डी बीवर, द सेकंड सेक्स 1949 के अंदर वो अपनी बुक के अंदर लिखती है कि औरत पैदा नहीं होती। औरत जो है वो पैदा नहीं होती कि वो वुमन है, उससे वुमन बना दिया जाता है। मतलब उसे बताए तुम ये करो, तुम वो करो, ये नहीं करना, वो नहीं करना। वो फिर एक सॉफ्ट वर्क सारे उसके हाथ में आ जाते हैं। मतलब वो कोई हार्ड काम नहीं करेगी, सॉफ्ट वर्क करेगी, नरम रहेगी, ठीक है, डरेगी, खौफ ज़्यादा रहेगी। और बार बार अगर आप सब कॉन्शियस में चीज़ डालते रहोगे तो वो नहीं करेगा। मतलब एक बच्चा है वो विजुअल लर्नर है। मैंने आपको बताया 3 तरह के मेन लर्नर होते हैं। या बच्चा क्या आंखों से चीज़ों को देख के समझ जाता है, या कानों से सुन के समझता है, या वो किसके ये समझता है। ये 3 तरह के। या वो कैनेस्थेटिक होते हैं। कैनेस्थेटिक मीन कि कोई चीज़ फीलिंग के थ्रू आप उतारें, टचेस दें किसी को, किसी चीज़ को टच करके बताएं, इस तरह वो चीज़ें नहीं भूलेगा। मतलब इस तरह के लर्नर कैसे होते हैं? अगर आप किसी विजुअल बंदे से बात करें जो मूवी देखो, मैंने आपको वो चीज़ दिखाई थी ना, बिल्कुल आपने वैसे करना है। देखिए कल मैंने आपको वो बना के डायग्राम दिखाया था, आपने बच्चों ऐसे करना है। उसको जो विजुअल लर्नर होगा फौरन पिक करेगा।